Hi, this is Miss Camp, and today we are going to finish talking about these first two types of sentences. So we have talked about how we can have a noun equal to a noun. So the subject is a noun, the object is a noun. So this would be, for example, we could have a cat is a pet. But we can't just say cat is pet. So we would put a word like the cat is a pet. And our verb would be is. The cat is a pet. So those are when a noun equals a noun. We also talked about how we can have a subject is an adjective. So this is a noun and then a word that tells us what kind of noun it is. So an example here, we could say the cat is happy. We cannot say cat is happy. So we would also put the in front of it. The cat is happy. Something else we could do, which we have not talked about yet, is we could combine those sentences. How do you think we might do that? We could say, the cat is a happy pet. Okay, so we cannot say cat is happy pet. We need to say the cat is a happy pet. So what I want you to see here is how we made this sentence. And we need to have a period at the end. Okay. The cat is a happy pet. That's from combining the cat is a pet and the cat is happy. The cat is a pet, the cat is happy, the cat is a happy pet. So in these sentences, I have always said to you that the subject comes at the beginning of the sentence before the verb. Is and are the verb. I could say the cat is happy, the cat is a pet, the cat is a happy pet. I could say the cats are happy, but the subject is at the beginning. Today we are going to look at a special kind of sentence where the subject is not going to be at the beginning. When we are talking about a sentence that begins with there is or there are, the subject is going to go after it, like this. So here, the subject is at the beginning. But if we begin the sentence with this word, there is or there are, the subject will go after that. And we will decide if we should use is, if the subject is just one. We will use are, if the subject is more than one. So let's look back at our happy cat. Okay, so here we have our subject. So that's going to be, let me move this over a little bit. Our subject is going to be the cat. The cat is just one, so we need the word the in front of it. Here's our verb is. The adjective we're using is happy. The cat is happy. Here the subject is before the verb. If we begin with there, we have there is, and our adjective is happy, and this will be the subject. It's the same one here. We're moving this cat over here. So I will put the word cat here. So if we look at this first one, we have the cat is happy. Can I say there is happy cat? No, because cat is just one, so we still need to use a. Where should we put it? We're not going to put it here. We're going to put it in front of the adjective. So we say, there is a happy cat. So our subject here is after the verb. Here's our verb is, and our subject is coming after it. We have to find, if we see a sentence that begins with there is, we have to look for the noun that comes after it. This is not a noun. This is not a noun. Here is the noun, a person, place, or thing. The cat is just one, and so we check to make sure this says is. There is a happy cat. And then we need to put a period at the end of our sentence. So let's look at this one more time. We can have the cat is happy. That is a subject, a verb, and an adjective. Or we can begin the sentence with there is. There is a happy cat. And what we did is we moved our subject to the end. Okay, we're going to take another look with using an apple. So here we have, we're going to go back and remember that we had two types of sentences. This one is the noun equals a noun. Okay, our subject at the beginning, our object at the end. So here we have apple is fruit. Well, an apple is just one, so we need to put a word in front of it. Now we're not going to say a apple. Do you know why? It is because the word apple begins with a vowel. And if it begins with a vowel, we don't use a, we use an. We also want to start with a capital A. An apple is fruit. Well, fruit is also just one. It begins with an F, which is not a vowel, so we will use a. An apple is a fruit. Now we can change that and begin the sentence with there. So if we do that, we are going to move our subject to the end. There is apple. So we went from an apple is a fruit to there is apple. But apple is only one, so we need to use a or an. Since apple begins with a vowel, we're going to use an. There is an apple. Let me move this up a little bit here. We're going to grab this apple. I have one right here, if I can get it. There it is. Okay, an apple is a fruit. There is an apple. So you can see this is our subject here, which comes before the verb. But when a sentence begins with there, the subject will be after the verb. But it's the same one right here. There is an apple. An apple is a fruit. Okay, let's look at our other type of sentence. Here we have a subject is an adjective. So here our apple is red. Okay, red is not a noun. Red is a color. It is describing what kind of apple. So this is an adjective. We cannot say apple is red. Apple is just one. So we need to put a word in front of it like an. An apple is red. We can begin that sentence with there. Since it's just one apple, we use is. So we have there is apple. Or we can say there is red apple. But apple is just one, so we need to use an. We don't put it here, we put it all the way in front of the first adjective. So when we look at there, we have to decide, do we use is or are? Well, the subject is going to come after there is. And we need to decide if the subject is just one or more than one. Well, this is not a noun. This is not a noun. Here is the noun. This is a thing. It's just one, so we use is. There is an... Oh, Miss Camp made a mistake. Does anyone know what mistake I made? We do say an apple, but we do not say an red apple. If I got rid of red, we would say there is an apple, but we're not going to say there is an red apple. The reason is because we make a decision about this word. That's pretty thick. Let's see if we can make that. We make a decision about this word and we either choose a or an by looking at the very next word. Okay, and we look at what this letter is right here, the very first letter of the very next word. It doesn't matter what the word is, the very next word after this one. If this right here, this R, if it's a vowel, then we use an. But if it's not a vowel, then we're going to use a. So this is a consonant. It is not a vowel. So we are going to use a, which means this is the wrong word. So we're going to get rid of that, and we're going to put in an a. There is a red apple. Okay, so in this sentence that begins with there, here's our verb is. We're using a because apple is just one. We have an adjective to tell us what kind of apple. And here is our subject. It's just one, so we use is, and we need to say a. So let's take a look at that. An apple is red. I want you to notice that if the subject comes before is, if our pattern, if our type of sentence is subject is adjective, the adjective is coming after the verb. This verb is linking the subject and the word that's describing it. Okay, it's linking this one, and it's linking them together. But in this other type of sentence, here's the subject, and so we put the adjective right in front of it. An apple is red. There is a red apple. Okay, one thing I want us to practice for a minute is the little word that we put in front of nouns. So you can see here I have the word cat, and here I have the word cats. So cat over here is singular, okay? Singular means just one. And cats over here is plural, okay? Plural means more than one. If the subject is plural, you can use these words on this side. This side over here is for plural. And this side over here is going to be for singular. Okay, so I could say a cat. I cannot say an cat because cat does not begin with a vowel. A cat, the cat, this cat, that cat, my cat, your cat, his cat, her cat, our cat, their cat. All of these words answer the question that we need to ask, which is, which cat are we talking about? Which one? And we put a little word in front of it to answer that question. So if it's just one cat, I want you to notice we can use a, and if it begins with a vowel, this or that. Those words are special for nouns that are just one. Over here with cats that are plural, more than one, we can say the cats, these cats, those cats, my cats, your cats, his cats, her cats, our cats, their cats. On this side, the words that are special are these and those. And an are only for a singular noun. You cannot use and an if the noun is more than one. Also, this and that are only for a singular noun. You cannot say this cat's or that cat's. This and that are for just one. And the same way over here. These and those are only for more than one. These cats, those cats. Let's take a look at what this and those mean. Let me see if I can zoom in on this like this. Okay, so I want you to see that this says right here, plural, and this says singular. So on the top, we have singular, one apple. This first one, you can touch it. It's right in front of the hand. You can touch it, so we say this. This is an apple. This one over here is far away. You cannot touch it. You can only point to it. So we say that is an apple. When we're talking about more than one, here you can see 3 apples. If you can touch them, we say these. These are apples. You see, we switched to the verb are because there are more than one, and you can see the S at the end of apples. These are apples. These apples are far away. You can only point to them. So we use the word those. We say are because it is there are more than one, and you can see the S at the end of apples to show that there are more than one. So we're going to move here. All right, I want you to see this sentence right here. You see I have the word this. We're going to talk about this, that, these, and those for just a moment because they're kind of special because they can do 2 different things at the beginning of a sentence. So we're going to be talking about a fast car. Okay? So I can say, this car is fast. This sentence, you can see there's a subject, which is car, and a verb, is, and an adjective, fast. Because car is just one, I need to put a little word in front of it. I could say a car is fast, the car is fast, but I can also say this car or that car. So this car would be one that is right here. Maybe I am sitting in it or I am touching it. It's right in front of me. I can also say this is a fast car. In this sentence, this has become my subject. So here it's just a little word in front of car. Car is my subject. This is a little tricky. Here, car is my subject. Car is the subject. And this is just telling us which car, which one. This one right here that I'm touching or sitting in. In this sentence, I'm saying this is a fast car. Well, this has turned into the subject of my sentence. This always means just one, and so we use is, which is just one. This is fast car. So here car has become the object of the sentence. I have an adjective in front of it, and because car is just one, I need to use a. This is a fast car. All right, we are going to cover this up. And we're going to slide this down. Okay, so here we have more than one car. We're going to say these cars are fast. Here's my subject. There's more than one, so I use the verb are. This is the adjective telling me that about the cars. So this is a subject, verb, adjective sentence. But cars is more than one. I could just have a sentence that says cars are fast and make that a capital C. I don't need to have a little word in front of a noun if it's more than one, but I can. I can put this here and say these. These cars are fast. Or I could let these become my subject here. These are fast cars. Here's my word fast. These are fast cars. So I've just written the sentence in a little bit different way, but it means the same thing. So in this first sentence, cars is the subject, and these are telling me which ones. In this sentence, this is the subject right here, but these means more than one, so I use are. Cars has become an object. Fast is the adjective. And so in this case, I put the adjective right in front of the noun to tell us more about the noun. These cars are fast. These are fast cars. Okay, let's look at this one. That car is fast. Here the subject is. Okay, so we have that car is fast. Car is the subject. So we have a subject, verb, adjective. Or we can say that is a fast car. Here, that is the subject. It means just one. So we have is instead of are. Our car has become an object, but it's just one, so it needs a in front of it. That is a fast car. Okay, here's our last example. Let's see if we can get that covered up there. Okay, so we could say those cars are fast, or those are fast cars. So in this one, the subject is cars, and those is telling us which ones. And in this sentence, those is the subject, which means more than one, so we use are. Those are fast cars, and cars has become an object. It's more than one, so we do not need to have a or an in front of it. We do not say those are a fast cars, because cars is more than one. All right, we're going to go back and look at our apple is a fruit. An apple is a fruit. There is an apple. An apple is red. There is, what's wrong with this? We made a mistake. Miss Camp made a mistake. What should we fix? Let's look at that again. An apple is a fruit. There is an apple. An apple is red. There is red apple. What do we need to do? Do you know? We need to find an and we need to move this over. There is a red apple. Because apple is just one, so we need to have an in front of it. We put it in front of the adjective red. Okay, what we're going to be doing for homework is making sentences. Okay, so you're going to be following this example where you're going to be making sentences that follow one of these patterns. Okay, so we have here these words that we looked at yesterday. And from your white folder, okay, and you're going to be working on making a sentence that begins with there, and it could either be there is, or there apostrophe s, or there are. And then you're going to probably have, if it's there is, you'll probably use a. If it's there are, you cannot use a, because are means more than one, and we don't use with more than one. And then you're going to pick an adjective to put here, or an adjective to put here, and then you're going to put your subject of your sentence. Will go here, or here. So your sentence will be, there's a happy cat, period. Or there are green frogs, period. Okay, so you could have, there's a happy cat. Or there are green frogs. And make sure there's an S at the end of frogs. So that is what we're going to practice today. Okay, bye.